The Digital Journey on Radio Kerry, supporting digital transformation in Kerry.
So tell us about Graphite Note first. I know the company was founded in 2020. What do you do?
The company was founded in 2020, just about when I realized there is a market opportunity to build a software that will help data analysts around the world to make something very complex in a very simple way. So I'm talking about machine learning algorithms, which is, I know, a little bit technical, but it's a very powerful way to understand the data. And that's not available to everyone today because it's a very hard thing to do. In order to do that, traditionally, you need a data scientist, a data science project, and big budget. What we have created is a software that can do that for a fraction of time and fraction of money. So that's our value proposition. We are bringing something very complex as machine learning in a very simple terms within our software.
Really, really interesting. Where did the idea come from for the business?
I've been in the data analytics space for almost 20 years now, and I've been there. I was a data scientist, and I realized 7-8 years ago that I'm constantly doing projects for different verticals, different industries, for different use cases, but I'm using kind of the same algorithms, meaning the same way of programming. That's where I came up with the idea that it can be generalized, it can be packaged as a software with a nice user interface and offered to a wider audience to do the same, but in a very simple way. So I got my idea from working in the field, basically. I was in the trenches.
Brilliant. That's great. So you know exactly, I suppose, what was needed, and then you were able to bring it into reality as well, which is great.
Yeah, that was the idea.
And how has it been going so far?
There were hard moments. There were better moments, as always. But right now we are on an upper hill with emotions because we raised the round. So now is the better part of doing a startup and everything in the startup ecosystem. So right now is basically amazing situation where we have a very mature product and we need to focus on sales and marketing and let the world know, hey, we are here. This is something new, amazing for a new decade, and we need to sell the software.
That's fantastic. And Hervoya, I know that it's based on AI and you use technology, obviously, for this data. Can you explain to us, I suppose, how exactly it works and how exactly maybe it will benefit businesses into the future?
Yeah, that's an excellent question. And if I may, I'll try to answer on your business example, for example. Mm-hmm. Imagine that you capture data about every show, the numbers of your audience, the gender, how they're happy with the show, the time of the day, when you air the show and stuff like that. So imagine you have all that data in your database. And now with Graphite Note, you will be able to train a model that will tell you what are the key drivers that are helping the number of your audience to go up. Is it the specific part of the day? Is it Friday or Sunday? Is it a specific topic or specific way of talking about something? So if you have that data, you will know how your ideal show look like, and you can base your strategies around that to have always incredibly good shows that you air. And with that model, you would not only know that key drivers to the number of listeners, you will be able to predict, for example, for this show, okay, if I am talking to a founder on a Friday, for example, I'm making this up, on Friday, 2 p.m., I can expect this outcome. Then you can strategize around what's in your data, basically to be better. Now, marry this with the fact that I was just talking about your data that you may have. Any business in the world today, basically, they have very well organized data, and they can do the same process in their business to understand key drivers for something that's important to them, and then to predict the future and strategize around insights. That's basically what we can do for any business.
That's really, really interesting. You mentioned there you can do it for any business. And I know as you look to the future, you've been saying that you think that this will be an insight or a platform that will help businesses no matter what size they are, so small, medium or large.
Yeah, exactly. So what we noticed, we have very small businesses using our platform for their purposes. And we also have much larger businesses using us within their data analytics department. So it's really, there are no restrictions in the size of the business, I think, which is awesome from our sales point of view.
It certainly is. That's fantastic to hear. Just, we might go back a little bit at the moment, Hrvoje, and you might just tell us, I suppose, when you came to Ireland and why you decided to set up here.
I came to Ireland 6 years ago. My basic idea, the rational part was I'm originally from Croatia. I wanted to move west to explore new opportunities for my new startup, which is Graphite Node. And when you are more east, you always kind of have this yearning to go west to try something better. I did my research. Ireland was kind of obvious choice. English-speaking country in the EU, not so very far away. School system in the top 10 because I moved with a 2-year-old boy here 6 years ago. So it was a business and private decision. Then I founded a Graphite Node in 2020. I was very lucky to meet some interesting people to end up in the RDI hub near Killorglin with amazing office and space and network and mentorship and support. Then I was a part of NDRC Pre-Accelerator. I think it was a cohort in early 2022. And interesting story is as a part of the NDRC Pre-Accelerator, one of the mentors for sales was Vinnie Lynch. That's where we clicked because he's a sales scientist. I am data scientist. And we kind of clicked within the Graphite Node idea. And we decided to move forward as a co-founders, which was an excellent decision, obviously, because today we have raised money to support our growth and to support our plans. And that was kind of a short story of me in Ireland in the last 6 years.
That's great to hear. Just before we talk about the money that you've raised at the moment, the RDI Hub in Killorglin is obviously it's a fantastic facility and there's huge opportunities there. And there's a big focus as well on AI, and they run their summer school as well every year. How do you feel that it's benefited you being based there, I suppose, given that your business is an AI data insights platform?
So RDI Hub, from their beginnings, they didn't just want to offer space. You have a number of peers, for example. You just drink coffee, talking to your peer. They have their issues. You have your issues. You're exchanging experiences, comparing notes. So the first layer of the extra benefits is that network. Then they're constantly offering some kind of mentorship. I was polishing my first pitches here in the RDI Hub. It's kind of the complete startup experience from networking perspective. Support I have, mentoring. You just don't feel like you're alone because you're part of something bigger and you always can talk to someone. And now recently RDI Hub make a huge leap towards AI and AI classes and mentorships. So it's very natural for me to be here being an AI startup.
It certainly is. It sounds like you have great support there, which is fabulous to hear. Hrvoje, how is the progression of technology and the advancements in AI that we've seen in more recent years, how have they benefited you in terms of your own business?
Yeah, that's also a good question. Like last year, it was very cool that everyone started talking about AI because of the ChatGPT and large language models. But there is a other side of the coin. Now AI kind of became a buzzword, and it's almost like a negative thing to say, okay, I'm doing AI. Oh, no, again, another AI startup. So what we do, we don't necessarily point out we are using AI, which is basically advanced mathematics and statistics, is not like some conscious being in my server or laptop. So we are using AI, yes, but we lead with use cases and potential benefits for our customers. And by the way, yes, we are using AI to achieve that, but we are leading with the use cases, not with the buzzwords.
So our listeners would have probably heard in the news in the last couple of days that Graphite Node has announced the closing of its seed investment round of €1.2 million, and that was with the support of angel investors, and it was led by Jerry Devitt, who's the CEO of Harvest Financial and Enterprise Ireland. It's fantastic news, Hrvoje, and an absolutely great boost for the business, I can imagine.
Oh, yeah, yeah, of course. I bootstrapped my first startup, and this time I wanted to move much, much faster. And we bootstrapped Graphite Node to a point, which means we didn't raise any money to go to a certain point. But if you want to move faster, you simply need funds, extra funds. And we were looking for that funds to the last 7, 8 months and closed the round. And of course, more than happy. Now we can execute our plan.
And can you tell us about those plans? I know you have big expansion plans, and this funding will definitely help you working towards it. What exactly are those plans for Voya?
Yeah, so we are lucky enough that we bootstrapped first, which means we didn't raise money like what usual startups do at this stage. We didn't raise money to build a product. We already have very mature product with customers across 5 continents. So we want to use majority, like 70% of funds, to sell the product. So for marketing and sales teams, that's our main focus now. Simple as that.
Fantastic. And I know in that plan, then you're hoping that you will create 25 jobs in the next 2 years, I think.
Yeah, that's on our business plan to support our financial plan. That's more or less the number of people that should be involved in sales, marketing, operations, everything we need. So yeah, that's definitely our plan. We were a team of 2 just a few months back, and now we are a team of 7. So we already started, executed our plan.
That's great. It's fantastic to see growth like that in a company. And will these jobs, will they be based in Killorglin as well, or where will they be based?
I suppose majority will be in Killorglin. I don't know what future will hold, but that's what I want to do because I don't see any problem with finding talent in Kerry. And we are remote first. It's a new way to do things, but every now and then you have to meet people. It's completely different energy in the room. When you see each other's eyes, you are waving hands on the whiteboard, explaining things. So that's why I really want to build a core team here in Kerry.
Yeah, it's good to have that connection. Obviously, the remote working is a fantastic advantage to have, but it's good to have people still nearby that you can, meet up, as you said, and have that human connection, because I suppose all in all, it benefits the business then when you're all working well together.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we are finding the perfect balance. I'm the first to raise my hand for work-life balance, but balance means remote and sometimes in-person brainstorming and, like I said, different energy in the room. So that's why I really want to build my team here in Kerry.
You must be very proud. Obviously, it's great to see the business being so successful and continually growing over the last couple of years since it was founded in 2020, but also to be creating so many local jobs as well and supporting the local economy. It must be a very proud moment for yourself and for Vinny as well.
I suppose so. I don't think about pride too much. If anything, I want to be proud of my product. And maybe that's very natural. I'm a technical co-founder, and it's a very good thing that I want to be proud of my product, of my creation. And if I'm proud of it, I suppose then the product will be very ready for the market. That's the main reason when I'm proud. Of course, what you mentioned, it's not maybe making me proud. It's more like satisfaction that you are doing something worthy. I'm even talking philosophically now in the world. You're doing something that will maybe benefit other people. So that's very satisfying as well.
It certainly is, I can imagine. And as a technical founder, do you feel as you look to the future that technology and we'll say the use of AI or other, I suppose, digital technologies like that, do you think that they'll form more and more parts of businesses like your own, I suppose, and just help the business community as we look to the future?
I definitely think AI is here to stay, of course, but even to be better. I see AI not as a threat. I see it as a tool. And that's a very important thing to say because many people were scared about, maybe I'm going to lose my job. Maybe in some instances that is happening because of the AI. But looking forward, AI is definitely going to help people do more in less time, be more productive, and be focused on more creative work than grunt work.
That's fantastic to hear. If people are interested in finding out more, if there's a business listening and they want to find out more about Graphite Node, where can they find you?
In the RDA hub in Killorglin, or just reach out. I'm always so happy to chat with anyone really about business, about opportunities. So yeah, I live in Killarney.
And do you have a website that they can have a look at?
Oh yeah, of course. It's graphite-node.com. Actually, we have a new website. I hope it's very easy to understand what we do from the website. And we are very present on LinkedIn as well. So these are main channels where you can find more info or news about Graphite Node.
That's fantastic. Huge congratulations again to you, Hrvoje, and all the very best of luck in the future. Thanks for joining me on the show.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
The Digital Journey, brought to you by Radio Kerry and the RDI Hub in Killorglin, funded by Commission Naman with the television licence fee.